She's back. She's back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been about a good 4 years, yeah, but I'm back. We're gonna try it again, and hopefully this time it works out a little bit better than it did the last couple times. I am going to say this is my first official YouTube video, and I thought the perfect way to start this off would be, a cute little Q&A, some get to know me type questions, right? Before we actually get into the questions, maybe I could start off with a little introduction, right? My name is Jessie Benton. I'm 29 years old from Kansas City, Kansas. I'm a mother of 2 and a girlfriend of 1. Welcome to my first video. It's really fun over here, guys, I promise you. She's a little inconsistent, but we're working on it, okay? I have with me on my iPad, I have 10 questions that I felt would be some good questions, to get to know me and, get the vibe going. Let's fill each other out, and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be tempted, right? Is that the right word? I'm not good with words. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be hitting the subscribe button and we can be friends and part of a community together. That's the goal, right? That's all I want. Let's get into these questions, okay? Yeah. All right, so number 1, for my first question, I have, what's your astrological sign and your MBTI? Let's Google. Let's go to Google because I want to give, for people who don't know what an MBTI is, it's okay, it's a personality test, basically. Just to kind of just describe what your personality is, right? With all that being said, my MBTI is ENFP, which means I'm extroverted, depending on the day, intuitive, feeling. If you know me, that's very accurate. The last one is perceiving. So if you want to go more into that, I don't have a lot of time. So I'm not going to go too deep into that. But yes, I am ENFP. As far as my astrological sign goes, my birthday is on December 22nd, which means that I am a Capricorn. I am the GOAT. All right, so we're moving on to question number 2. Listen, y'all, I was trying to finesse it. I don't have the back to this earring, so it keeps falling out, okay? Just mind your business, okay? Just act like that didn't just happen, okay? Next. Question number 2. What kind of music do you like and who are your favorite artists? Let's get into it. So, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, there's really no genre of music that I just will not listen to. I feel like in every genre, I've come across at least one song that I'm like, okay, this is a banger. Even country. I swear to you, one song that I'm playing at my wedding is a country song. And Zill's just gonna have to be okay with it. If you're curious, it's Speechless by Dan and Shay. I say go listen to it because it's a beautiful song. And I believe it's Shay. I believe Shay's the one that's the singer. That man, them vocals are just different. And it don't have that extra twang to it. It's just the right amount of twang and that, yeah, he got it. But when it comes to my favorite artists, so I guess there's brackets here as well. So as far as American music, which I think you know where I'm going with this. When it comes to American artists, right? We have, if I could think of a top 5, I would have to say, even though he's been making me very upset lately, number 1 is Drake or The Weeknd. They're fighting for the top spot. They're fighting. They're fist fighting, literally and figuratively. At the top are Drake, The Weeknd, Future. It changes all the time because sometimes people come out with music that just does not hit for me. And then sometimes you have those people who just like creep up on you and you're just like, whoa, what's going on? Because like right now, I feel like my favorite artist, like the music that's like at the top of my list right now is Billie Eilish. That girl did her thing. Okay. That girl's a genius. Her and her brother, genius. Okay. I would say those are my top. The first three are like all time, but like as far as like four and five, I don't know, they switch. I didn't even give you a fifth person because I really don't even know. I would just say top three is Drake, The Weeknd, Future. Period. There's that. I'm already looking back on some of the footage that I made, and I can't believe I went on Beyonce's internet and forgot to mention her. Beyonce is probably like number one, honestly. That's my girl. Don't ask me. I don't know. I was nervous. I don't know what was going on, okay? And Rihanna. I do apologize. Rihanna, Beyonce. I love you guys, okay? Okay, back to the video. Now, as far as K-pop artists go, because I am in fact a huge K-pop stan. Huge. I don't play around. When it comes to K-pop, I would say my first favorite, like all time favorite, well, is 17. 17 is my favorite group. But then I also like BTS. I like Twice. I like Team. Team has some of my favorite songs, even though they're technically not K-pop, but you know, Team, In Mix, Red Velvet. I have a whole bunch. K-pop honestly is probably my favorite genre of music, and it has been for like years now. American music, we're not going to get into it, but yeah, those are my favorite. Long-winded answer for number two, but that's number two for you. All right, so question number three: what's your favorite hobby slash pastime? So I would have to say dancing. I'm very big into dancing. I think that's another reason why I like K-pop so much. I would just sit and learn dances, which I need to get back into learning them because like I literally watched a random play dance the other day and I didn't know any of the dances and I almost cried. I'm like, who am I these days? Like, why don't I know any of these dances? But I digress. I digress. K-pop takes up a lot of my time because I'm just constantly like watching K-pop content, like variety shows, checking up on my boys, making sure they're okay. I am also a very, very big gamer. I play Call of Duty a lot. I haven't been playing a lot these past couple weeks because I've been working on trying to get things together for my YouTube channel. But I do plan on getting back ASAP because Warzone has my heart. Kingdom Hearts is another one of my favorite games. I could just sit and play games. Mortal Kombat, Crash Bandicoot, blah, 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 blah. I love gaming, okay? That's probably my biggest hobby and pastime. Okay, so question number four is what's your favorite movie or book? So I'm gonna have to go with movie because I'm not a very big book reader. My sister and my mom are, and they really try to get me to read books all the time, and I just can't. I don't have the attention span for it, I think. I'm more of a visual person. And so I think that's why I gravitate more towards just, like watching TV, movies, things like that. My favorite movie, on the other hand, is Kill Bill Volume 1, to be specific. I do like Volume 2 too, but there's something about Volume 1 that is just like, that is a piece of cinematic
Wow.
excellence. Just like, I don't know what type of drugs Quentin Tarantino was on when he made that movie, but thank you, okay? We have made it to question number 5, which is what's the weirdest dream you've ever had? Okay, so things. So I distinctly remember having this dream, and it's become a big fear of mine as well. I had this dream that, to keep it short with you, for some reason there was something going on in the world, and it was just making it where planes were just crashing towards us, like constantly. It was like maybe, but it wasn't like over and over and over again. It would be like a plane would crash and then we all just be running around, I'm looking for my sister. I do remember that. I'm looking for my sister. I'm looking for my family, my kids and stuff. And then next thing you know, another plane crashes. And then it's like, it was crazy. It was crazy. And now I just have I have this terrible fear of like a plane crashing towards me, which right now is probably not the best fear to have because I literally like live by an airport and I see planes taking off all the time. So that's fun. And then I know this movie is old, okay? But I haven't been able to watch movies lately because I have two kids, okay? And if I'm gonna watch a new movie, I have to be able to sit down and really be able to pay attention. And I can't when I have kids. And then you're probably thinking, well, Jesse, why don't you just watch a movie after your kids go to sleep? After my kids go to sleep, it's not a long window before it's time for me to go to sleep as well, okay? There's my dilemma. But recently, I have been able to watch a movie. I watched Leave the World Behind, which just kind of sparks more fear into my soul about plane crashes. I'm like, this is probably not the movie to be watching with the fear that I have, but here I am. But yeah, that's the weirdest dream I've ever had. All right, so we have made it to question number 6, which is, what are some of your biggest pet peeves? And to be honest with you, I know one off rip that just really bothers me, which I think a lot of people have the same pet peeve, is when people eat with their mouth open and they just smacking their food. That really, ooh, really bothers me. It bothers me so bad. But it's like, I don't know if I should say a lot of the things that bother me are pet peeves or if I'm just easily like, it's easy for me to get an attitude. Or if it's just something that gives me an attitude real easily. I don't know. But off top, people that smack their food. Ew. Question number 7. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in public? I don't know if it's a trauma response, to be completely honest with you. I'm pretty sure I've been through a lot of like embarrassing moments, but it's hard for me to remember them. But when I do think about one thing that I do remember being embarrassed about. So I was I still at KU at the time or did I think I had already left. I had left KU, but I still went up to Lawrence a lot on the weekends just to like go to parties or like hang out with my friends and stuff like that. There was one party that I went to with a friend, and then there was an after party somewhere that I was invited to by one of my friends who still went to KU. And I was like, oh, well, we got this invitation. I'm telling my friend, like, hey, we got this invitation to go to this party, or go to this after party. I'm like, let's just go to this after party. She was down. So we went, right? I go inside and immediately, people are looking at me like, why are they here? They're already looking at me like, who invited you? Like, why are you here? Of course, the person that invited me, he was nice to me. He greeted us and was like, hey, okay, I'm done. He immediately greeted us and was like, hey, we're like, hey. And I'm trying to act like I didn't see these people just look at me the way that they looked at me. So we're there for a little bit, trying to have a good time. You know me. I'm gonna try to have a good time regardless of wherever I go, dancing around, having a good time, trying to, act like I'm not bothered by the fact that people were just looking at me the way that they were looking at me. And at the time, I do remember I had these braids in my hair. I have these braids in my hair, and I'm just like, yeah, ha 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 ha. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. I'm having a good time. I'm gonna have a good time regardless. Next thing you know, oh, a braid falls out, falls on the floor, and I just remember just going, oh. And I was like, at that moment, I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go. It's time to go. So I pick my braid up off the floor. I get a little speech from my friend talking about like, girl, you need to make sure that you like grease your scalp so that doesn't happen. I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, please, let's just go. Please, let's go. I still think about that sometimes. I think about that all the time. I'm like, but out of all the times that I've gotten braids, that's the one time a braid actually came out of my hair. And I'm like, you want to do it now? This is when you decide to act like that? Question number 9. What inspired you to start your YouTube channel? So, to be completely honest with you, I've tried multiple times to start a YouTube channel. And I even, like, a few years ago, I was uploading a few. I had like 2 or 3 maybe that I had uploaded, and they were okay. I ended up deleting them because I wanted to just start fresh, right? But it's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always been someone who was just. I think I consume YouTube videos more than I consume any other type of media. So I don't even watch TV. I don't watch like Netflix. I don't watch shows and stuff. I literally just like when it's time for me to watch TV, when I want to watch TV, I immediately go to YouTube and I just watch YouTube videos all day. And it's been like that for a long time. I love YouTube, and I've always wanted to be an entertainer. I think I think that's the thing. I think it was very cringe, in my opinion, to think of myself as an entertainer. And so I think that's what stopped me from doing things for the longest time, is because like I'm like, Jesse, you're not an entertainer. You're just, I don't know. So I try to like bring myself down to a notch where I'm like, okay, I'll just make like just little content creation videos or something, or I'll just try to do this or try to do that. And honestly, I just like to sit down, talk, and like I want to be an entertainer. I want to be in the entertainment business. And what other way to get into that field than to start making YouTube videos? So I'm making the leap to get myself back into YouTube and do what I've always wanted to do. And that's on period. All right, y'all. We made it to the last question. Wasn't this fun? I had such a good time with you guys. Um, but question number 10 is, what's one piece of advice you would give to your younger self? And I think about this all the time because now that I'm like, 29 years old, I'm about to be 30 this year. I think about all the things that I worried about when I was younger, which I worried about a lot of things. I would tell my younger self that, like, the things that you're worried about, the things that take up majority of your mental space and is bothering you and depleting your mental health, it doesn't even matter. That stuff does not matter. Focus on yourself. Focus on loving yourself. You are beautiful in your own way. You are, am I about to cry? I'm not about to cry. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are, am I about to cry? Y'all, fun fact about me, it does not take much to make me cry. It does not take much to make me cry at all. It's kind of embarrassing, but yeah. But yes, you are smart. You are beautiful. You are talented. You have so much going for yourself. Quit worrying about what other people think about you and just do you. That's what I would tell myself. Well, all right, y'all. That's all I have. That's all the questions that I have today. And I will be on YouTube. I will be posting things. I have so many ideas this time that I'm so excited about. And I hope you guys like it. If you do want to see more from me, please subscribe to my channel. It would be greatly appreciated. And I've talked enough. So I will see you in the next video. Okay. Bye, girlies.